What's going on YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be installing this backup camera right here. So this is a E-Raptor backup camera. It was like 20 bucks and I'm about to throw that on Tahoe. About to throw that on the Tahoe. So I got everything I need, I believe. It seems pretty straightforward, but I'm gonna go through how I'm doing everything, so let's get right to it. Alright, so the first thing you're gonna need to do is, one, make sure you have a radio that's compatible. So most likely a 2-DIN radio or some kind of radio with a screen and a connection, a backup camera connection. But to get to the radio, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna have to pop this off. So just literally pull, get some grip and pull this entire bezel off. Once you slide that off, there'll be 4 screws back here that you take off behind this bezel, and that'll get your radio out. And then we can start the wiring process. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that first. Alright, so now that you have this off, you can see that there are 2 screws on this side right here, and then 2 over here, or 1 over here. What you need to do is just undo those 3 screws, and that's gonna get your radio out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this out, and let's see how everything is running. Alright, so we got the radio off there loose now, so we're just gonna pull it forward. And we're gonna rest it right there. That's very sketchy, but it's gonna stay. And behind the radio, let me readjust. So behind this radio, there should be a few connections. Alright, so now what I did is I went ahead and put the reverse camera in, and it should be a port on your radio, your 2-DIN radio, that says RCN. That means reverse camera in, I believe. So now what I've gone ahead and done before I run this wire is I went ahead and took the trim off. As you can see, where my 0 gauge wire is running from my system, and that's pretty much, I'm going to run the wire the exact same way. So just want y'all to see that. And then back here, same thing. So it's running back here. My 0 gauge runs right here because it's going to the second battery. I had to cut it right here. So I'm probably going to do something similar. I may run it along the edges back here. May run it along the edges or through here to right here, so I can run the wire right here down. So I'm gonna run it probably back here, then all the way across down into under this trim, and then I'll stop right here. So that's the plan. And the ground, I'm gonna have to tap into the tail lights to get to that. Alright, so let me give y'all a progress update because I got to work and I started finishing stuff. So let me go ahead and give y'all an update. So back here, I went ahead and mounted the camera, and I'm running the wire right here. I know it's gonna show right here, but there's not really many other ways to run it, in my opinion. And so now I'm running it right here, and I'm gonna get that more flush. But there's a plastic trim piece I got sitting over there that's gonna cover this up. So what I'm doing is, for the power and ground for the actual light itself, the signal and turn on, I'm running it under here through the bottom, through this hole down here, and I'm running it back up, and I'm gonna power and ground this out to the reverse lights. And then after that, yeah, so after that, this will be done back here. And what I did to get back here was I ran the wire through the radio all the way down. I took this trim piece off and I'm running the wire all the way down right here into the back. I'm running this wire, I'm running the wire back through here all the way back there. So now I'm ran the wire, you can see right here, all the way down the side, and it's coming out right here under this trim piece. So all of this is going to be covered. Now I just need to ground. This is my reverse light on these tail lights. So I need to cut these two wires, these two, and power and ground those, and I have some caps for that. And then we'll see if the reverse camera works. Alright, so we got the reverse lights all wired up, and the reverse wire is all wired up, so where these caps are. So what you want to do is you want to identify your reverse light, which is the light bulb. And what you can do for that is just put the car in reverse and turn it into the power on. You don't have to turn it all the way on, put it in the power on. Come back here and see which light is on, and then identify your power and ground. And then now, after you do that, splice those wires, get a little wire cutter, cut them, and then strip them down and connect them with the power and ground. Connect the power and ground sides with the power and grounds on the backup camera. So that's pretty much it. Let's test and see if it works before I throw everything back together. Alright, so it's a few days later, and you can see I got the camera on. I have it ran under here, and you can see you really can't see anything. The wire did come down over there a little bit back there, but that's pretty much it. Let me show you what happens when I put the car in reverse. And honestly, so nothing happens. And I immediately knew why nothing happened as soon as this happened. So pretty much there was a red wire connected to my AV jack that goes into the reverse camera in on the radio. That red wire was a signal wire. So what that was supposed to go into is there's supposed to be a wire on my harness that came with the radio, or that I bought to go with the radio, to that had a label on it for reverse camera. And what that would do is just, that signal wire would just send the signal. It would send the signal from the car's actual computer to the radio to tell it to, hey, switch the screen to reverse mode. That way I'll be able to see the camera. So that wire is not connected, and the problem I'm having is none of my wires are labeled. So in order for me to figure it out, I would literally have to take the whole harness apart and test each wire one by one, which would take probably hours. It could take a long time to do that. So instead of me doing that, I'm just gonna get a whole new harness that's labeled, and I can just reconnect it that way. That would be easier for me, because there's other functions that are missing with that harness. So I just want to show you the camera does work. You see the light is on. The camera is working, and it's working just fine. I still haven't taken the plastic off because I'm not even using the camera yet, but the camera does work. So the camera works, and the way everything else I did was correct. You need to make sure that you connect those two wires together. So the red wire with the reverse camera wire on your harness, and that will fix your problems. And the camera should work correctly. Unfortunately for me, this little thing that I'm trying to do has cost me a whole rewiring, but it's needed, and I'm just gonna do it the right way. And I'll have another video on that. But that's gonna be it for this video. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. And I know some of y'all are gonna dislike this video because I didn't get the camera working. It is what it is. But hope to see everybody on the next video in the comments below. And as always, y'all take it easy, and I will catch you all in the next video.